Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Gen Z Accountant, and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with the Gen Z Accountant, where we have real and tough financial conversations about business and personal life. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a topic that you may need to hear. A lot of entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, business owners need to hear, which is you need to stop starting businesses, spending money on these business ideas, and quitting after a few weeks or a few months because you're not making no money yet or it's getting boring and wasting your time, honestly. I personally have experienced this myself, so I'm speaking from the heart and some experience of spending a lot of money on business ideas and not doing it today. So let's start off this video with, so this video we're going to talk about my story, my experience, some tips that can help prevent you from going through that continuous cycle, um, and just, some thoughtful, conversation about this specific topic. So let's start off with my story. And I always got a story for y'all because I be talking about some real life stuff, like some stuff that I actually went through, business other people have gone through, and I just see it. So me personally, I have definitely had a history of starting some things and quitting on it, spending money, starting it and quitting it. Some of them being, I thought I wanted to start a hair oil business. I spent thousands of dollars on this hair oil business. I did make some oil and I did make some money, but I ended up quitting on it. And I don't have a reason why. People were telling me the oil was good too. I just didn't want to do it no more. What else? I thought I wanted to have a title business, like a title for like houses and stuff. I thought I wanted to start that. Spent a couple hundred, not too much. Spent a couple hundred on that. Didn't finish that. I thought I wanted to make some masks, like the COVID mask or whatever. Thought I wanted to make some of those. I spent not too much. Spent a couple dollars on that. Ended up doing it. Even back to when I was even a kid, I thought I wanted to be a baker. I got my mom to spend some money on that. She brought me I still got the KitchenAid. She brought me a nice KitchenAid. I started making some cakes, and I stopped doing it. Even wanted to be a model. I got my mother to spend a couple $1,000 on that, like the classes and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all remember this brand, but it's called Barbizon or something like that. It was like a modeling like little agency. I don't know if it was for real or not, but yeah, I did that. I did a couple shows, but ended up not wanting to stop doing that. So I definitely had some experience with starting businesses and not finishing it and spending money on it, and I have reaped the negative effects of that, which is wasting a lot of money. Couple $1,000s I spent on these business ideas. Oh, I also started a notary business, got my notary and stuff like that. Decided I didn't want to do that. So it's just like, yeah, but wasted some money on that type of stuff, and I wasted my time. Money, I can get back, but I still feel it. But the time part, I cannot get back the time. I wasted time on researching all these ideas. Now I'm not saying research is a time waster, but the research plus looking for buying stuff, and then putting time into doing the things, and then to not finish it, I feel like that's a waste of time. And that is something that I had definitely done. And if you're doing that, then continue to watch this video so we can stop doing that together from this point forth and make some better decisions, okay? Let that lead into how to prevent yourself from wasting money on business ideas and wasting your time. First thing you need to do is decide that this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do it all the way to the end. Don't make it a choice. Don't make it feel like, oh, I can do it, or this is like a hobby or something, and I don't really want to take it serious. Like, don't even put that into your head. You need to have the understanding that this is going to be something I'm going to stick to. I'm going to decide to stick to it, decide to stick with it, and see it all the way through until I literally did everything I could to try to get this business up and running. Sometimes if you get to the point where it's like, this is just not working, and I've done everything I could think of, and I just can't do it. That's okay, I feel like. So then okay, quit on it. But if you're quitting on something just because it's a little hard, or it's a little more time consuming, or you're not making money just as of yet, or you're losing interest too. I feel like even because sometimes I had to realize that everything is not going to be all fun and games and cutesy. Like, it's going to be some hard work that you're going to actually have to put into it to get a business up and running. So really decide that this is what I want to do. This business venture is what I want to do, and I want to continue to do it. Okay? Tell yourself that and really understand it, and pick the best business idea that will, I guess, pique your interest to an extent, like you'll have, interest in it, and that you know that you're going to decide to do. Secondly, before you start buying stuff for these business ideas, you need to write down how much all this stuff is going to cost. Don't just be buying stuff because you had the thought of buying it. Because you're going to find yourself spending a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of unnecessary money. You buying the most expensive, lavish camera when you could have did something a little less that will give you the same result, will give you similar results until you start making money off of it. Don't go full-fledged on the best things to buy just because you feel like you need it. You haven't even tested out the theory on if this business idea is good or not. So, write down what you need to buy for this business and then see if there are some alternatives to what you need. And from that point forward, you can then, test out your theory, see if the business is a good idea, see if it's something that you actually, not see if it's something that you want to do, because you should know that that's what you want to do if you're going to be serious. But just write down all the stuff that you know you need to buy or that you want to buy. Once you have that written down, now give yourself a specific budget on how much you're going to invest into this business. Don't just swipe every time you get the thought to swipe. Give yourself, I don't know, however much you feel like you need is a good startup cost. $5,000. All right, this $5,000 is for the business. I'm using this $5,000 to get as much as I can to at least get the basics of my business. And then once you start to make more money in your business, you can use that to upgrade whatever you got, okay? And if you're struggling with how to make a budget, then you can check out my book, Beliefs When It Gets Lost, The Ultimate Guide to Financial Stability and Lasting Business Growth. I teach you exactly how to make a budget in this book, along with some other great financial management tips and techniques to help you have a financially organized business. And the third thing I feel like you need to know and understand when you're deciding to start a business, start wasting your money and your time, is understand that you're not going to make money for real off your business in the beginning, unless you're like, you get a lucky opportunity or something like that. Most businesses honestly don't really make money in the beginning. For one, even if you do make some money, you're gonna have to reinvest into the business. But a great example of this is Amazon. Amazon went years in the negatives, but Jeff Bezos, and whoever else was along with that project or team or whatever, they had an understanding that, okay, we're not making money, but we do see some projection of where this is going to go, or where this could go. So, actually, let's Google real quick, how long was Jeff Bezos in the negatives? Well, not Jeff Bezos, but let's see, how long was Amazon and I remember seeing this in my textbook in school about Amazon, about it being negatives. How long was Amazon in the negatives financially? Okay. Y'all, this is crazy. Amazon, this is an AI overview. So y'all know this is like Google doing some like summarizing what's in the articles from Yahoo and some other Forbes and stuff. So Amazon did not achieve full profitability until 2003, approximately 9 years after its founding in 1994. This was primarily due to its long-term strategy of reinvesting revenue into growth and infrastructure rather than prioritizing short-term profits. So if they didn't think that Amazon was going to be a very great successful business, they would have quit on Amazon years ago. After 9 years, 9 years is a long time. 9 years is a long time of putting your energy into something and not seeing the profitability yet. That's a long time. Like, that's a very long time. So, like, it goes to show how it is possible to put your mind to something, not really see the results, but stick with it because you have the faith and hope. Not even hope, but this the faith and this what's the word? I guess faith is like the only word I could really describe what I'm trying to say. Faith and I can't think of the word I want right now, but you just have the optimisticness. I don't know if that's a word or not, but you get what I'm saying. that it is going to work out. That is what you need to put in your head when you are starting these business ideas. Not that, oh, it could go wrong, or, oh, it's not really looking right now. No, it's going to work as long as I keep putting forth my best foot forth and my energy and my effort. But again, life is real and reality can hit. And if you do get to a point in your business venture that you're like, I've done everything I could, and it's just not working out, like, I don't know, nothing else to do. Like, it's not my energy. I feel like I'm putting all the energy I can. And then do like a little audit on yourself. Like, are you really putting forth that much energy? Do you find yourself chilling and scrolling and relaxing and doom scrolling on social media? Do you find yourself finding every opportunity to not do what you're supposed to be doing? I definitely can say I've experienced situations where I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I could definitely be putting a lot more effort into what I'm going towards. It's understandable if you do get off track of your main focus, because we're human, we're not perfect, and life happens. But you do have to realize when you're getting off track in life, specifically with your business or whatever, and figure out how you're going to get back on track. Maybe make a new schedule, a new routine, cut out some distractions. Like recently, I have decided to stop doom scrolling and fill that time with something else. I'm currently studying for my CPA license, so I decided to, use that time that I would doom scroll to study. I have like those tools to help me with that. So yeah, just figure out what is causing you to have these issues as far as staying on track with your business, and find ways to resolve those things. And I'm not gonna lie, it is hard. Like, I do still be tempted to go doom scroll. Like, and if you don't know what doom scrolling is, I think that's a new term. It's basically when you do some social media and you scrolling for hours. Like, I'm definitely a victim of doom scrolling, and then you look up, you say, all right, 5 minutes. You look up, it's been 45 minutes. And you're like, dang, I didn't even realize that. And I did notice too. This is a little side talk, but I noticed that my attention span was getting like hit. Like, it was hard for me to try to study for something and really be focused without my mind just wandering off to something random. That's another reason why I decided to stop doom scrolling and just give it a break at least. So yeah. Back to what I was saying. If you do get off track in life, it happens. Life happens. Life is life. You just gotta be real with yourself. And just get back on track and just continue doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I feel like every time you get off track, well, at least for me, when I used to get off track, I used to feel like I have to make this old, lavish, great plan every time to get back on track. But no, just revisit what you was already doing and just implement it again. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta make it a big thing. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for y'all in this episode of Real Talk with the Gen Z Accountant. Let me know down below in the comments if you have started a couple businesses, or maybe a business or two, and find yourself wasting money on it. Don't let me feel like I'm all by myself, because I know I'm not. I know there's a couple people who have experienced the same thing. And yeah, so yes, again, check out my book, Loose Money Gets Lost, The Ultimate Guide to Financial Stability and Lasting Business Growth. You can find it down below, linked in the description. The ebook and the physical copy is on Amazon. I suggest the physical copy, because then you can like really have it and see like the diagrams and stuff. You can't really see it, but you can see like the diagrams. You can really take some notes and just do better with your finances in your business and your personal life. That's all I have for y'all in today's episode. If you learned something new, like this video, subscribe for more content like this, and again, let me know in the comments some of your thoughts on this topic, and I will see y'all in the next week's video. Peace.